is the Steam controller.
Yes.
Specifically the name. So I took a bit of a shot at Valve for calling the Steam controller when they already have a product called Steam Controller.
They sure do.
They sure do.
Like if you Google Steam controller, it says Steam controller on Steam. The picture is the old one. You click on it and it's right there. They did add 2015 now.
Yeah. So I did take a little bit of flack for this in the comments as well. That's a stupid critique, Linus. That one has been long discontinued. There's no way that anyone would get confused about it when the new one is like, obviously the new one.
I Googled Steam controller.
And my response to that is, no, this is unconscionable. This is not okay. Nothing can ever be named the same thing exactly as another product because it serves literally no purpose other than to be confusing. So counterpoint, you're right. In the near future, there won't be a ton of confusion because all the SEO will be towards the new one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's something. What if you have an old one and you're trying to do a battery swap or something like that on it? Well, I guess go fuck yourself. Cool. Also, what about 10 years from now when they are both old and obsolete and you are trying to find information? You're trying to find a how-to guide or you're trying to... Well, I mean, yeah, that's the biggest one. Is it pretty much my objection to this comes down to ease of finding information and right to repair. Calling something the exact same thing is completely unnecessary. Completely unnecessary. And can lead to nothing but confusion. And when I asked Valve, point blank, why did you do this? They said it was because it would reduce confusion. That was actually the fucking reason, which to me, I don't accept.
To play devil's advocate?
Sure.
Apple's done this forever.
Yeah, which is exactly what I brought up. And they acknowledged what a problem it is.
And I do think, considering the amount of Steam controllers out there, especially that are still in use, this might actually reduce confusion because the amount of people that will have the new one and just not even know the old one existed.
But tell me this. If they called it Steam Controller 2,
it would have been fine.
How would that confuse anybody?
I don't necessarily think it would. I have a fun thing, though, that's going to hurt some people's brains. Is this actually how it works? Does the USB-C port not line up with the little LED thing?
Don't worry about it.
What?
Get this.
What? No, you can't move on from that.
Yeah, we're not done
Bring that
yet.
back.
We're not done yet. No, we're not going back to that.
No.
So when I talked to them, I was like, look, guys, do you want to be Microsoft? Like, do you want to have stupid naming schemes that don't make any sense? Or like, look at one of the other players in the console space. Sony hasn't run into fucking confusion by calling the PlayStation 2 PlayStation 2.
Here's a question for you.
I'm not done yet.
Why did it not bother you that it's called Steam Machine?
I'm not done. So they didn't run into confusion calling it PlayStation 3. That's not confusing. In spite of the fact that far more people bought a PlayStation 2 than a PlayStation 1. Consoles went way more mainstream, especially in the West, around PlayStation 2. Like, way more. It moved so many units. That's not confusing. And the same thing, I said the same thing, DualShock 2, that's not confusing. Nobody's confused. And they went, well, yeah, but what about DualSense? I'm like, yeah, what about DualSense? It's got a completely new ergonomic design. It has their Sense haptic triggers. It has a clearly differentiating feature. And also, it's not called the fucking same thing. It's called DualSense. It has a new name.
What about Steam Machine?
So Steam Machine's stupid too.
Okay.
Steam Machine, I don't mind as much though, because literally not a single one still exists. Like, everyone who bought those put Windows on it. You literally can't, that ancient original Steam OS that ran on it, they used NVIDIA GPUs back then. Right? Like that, you literally can't even install new Steam OS on it. Steam Machine is more of a concept, was more of a concept at the beginning. You didn't buy a Steam Machine. You bought an Alienware whatever part number, and it was listed on Steam as a Steam Machine. So this is the first party Steam machine.
Okay.
So I can at least kind of get behind
That's right.
that.
I didn't know it was like I remember it was through the OEMs. I thought they had a first party one as well. Okay.
The first party one just went out to press to try out Steam OS and experience the ecosystem.
Got it.
But it was all third party. So
that's not that bad then.
So this is one of those things where the only reason to call something the same thing is to unnecessarily screw up search results, which Luke managed to demonstrate far more succinctly and easily than I had even thought to do it.
Dude, I was actually stunned that it came up that way.
I'm not, because this is a serious fucking problem. Anytime you try to fix
just to prove the first result is the old one. The second, and it says you visit often. I've only visited today. The second result is the new one.
There is no reason to do this. Like, if you've ever tried to find what version of iOS is supported on an iPad, if you don't pay super close attention and you know, like, oh, this is the late 2017 one, or there's like little tiny letters on the back that you can like pull out a magnifying glass and like search for that specific model, and it's just called iPad. It's like fucking worthless if you're trying to replace a screen or a battery or a home button or whatever the case may be, and just find information about the bloody thing. That is the only purpose that it serves. And the really infuriating part of it is that Apple knows better. For their cash cow, for the iPhone, they all have a clear name that is different from the one before and different from the one after. They're all clearly named.
It still fits under clearly named, but in my opinion, they faltered for a second with the X, but then they came back. They fixed it.
At least it had a name that was not the same as any other iPhone.
Totally agree. It just wasn't as good, and then they went back to being good again.
And to be clear, Apple doesn't do everything perfectly in this regard either. The new SE is called 16E instead of just calling it the... And the SEs were actually kind of dumb because they had like SE and then SE second generation. Like, they have made mistakes.
I didn't even know that.
But those are mistakes. Those are not okay. It's never okay. And no, it was, because I could make the exact same statement. We called it Steam Controller so that it wouldn't be confusing. I could say the exact same thing. We called it Steam Controller 2 so it wouldn't be confusing. Which of those actually made more sense to you?
Steam Controller 2, for
sure. Of course!
Yeah.
I can't. Whenever someone gives you a reason, and I use the word reason very loosely here because reason implies logic, and logic is math. Whenever somebody gives you a reason for their actions that does not logic, then what it means is either they're stupid or they're lying. Those are the only answers. And I don't know what Valve's game is here. I don't understand this. But I don't agree with it, and I will never agree with it. No two products should ever be called exactly the same thing. Ever.
Speaking of not agreeing with it, I looked up images and references and stuff like that, and the USB-C port does line up with the middle of the controller. I think that animation that they have is just not correct. Or maybe the magnet is off-centered. Oh, yeah, it's not plugging into USB port. No, it looks like the magnet's centered. It's probably just the graphic.
I wouldn't worry about that. That is like the least.
Oh, it will bother the
engagement rate
out of people. It will bother people
I
so
don't
much.
actually remember where it was. I'm sure it's fine.
It all looks centered. I looked it up.
Yeah.